Alright, hello everyone. We, back for some more videos. I finally have a webcam, so you guys will see that. And we are playing with the new set as it has finally hit Magic Online. So let's get round one started. These are the, this is the practice room. Because no matter what happens in the, no matter what happens in the two-mans, you still lose money. That's awful. And the daily schedule, I just couldn't line up with it today, so we're going to go ahead and play in the practice room. This this hand is good. There's a little bit of question about how to sequence our spells. Can either cast Myth-Realize on turn 1 and then wait, or we can cast Seeker of the Way on turn 2 off of a tapped land, or we can cast Myth Realized on turn 2. And I don't think I want to cast Myth Realized on turn 1. So we're going to lead with this Temple of Silence, and then based on what we draw and what our opponent does, we can decide which of these cards we want to cast on turn 2. Because if we cast the Seeker, then we won't be able to downfall the following turn unless we draw an untapped land. But if we cast Myth Realize, we won't be able to attack turn 3 if we cast Downfall. So let's just take a look and see. Okay, Thoughtseize is actually pretty good. It's a fine draw. I think I'll draw it and pass the turn. Next turn we can cast Seeker. The turn after we can cast Myth Realized plus Thoughtseize and a Scryland. Opponent plays Basic, Forest, go. Alright. Yeah, we're going to stick with our plan. Seeker on 2, Thoughtseize and Myth Realized on 3, and then whatever we do later. Okay, opponent's Magma Jetting the Seeker. Probably a suboptimal card choice. Wild Slash costs 1 less, and we have better options. You have better options at 2, specifically Lightning Strike, because Jet does not kill Fleecemane Lion. Alright, we're just gonna stick with our plan here. Myth Realized. And I have no idea what my opponent's up to, so we're going to Thoughtseize before we scry. Counter. Thoughtseize you. Alright, opponent is playing a Narset Enlightened Master burn deck. We can deal with the Mantis Rider. The only card that we actually literally cannot deal with is the Narset, so we're going to take that. Opponent has Mantis Rider, Stoke the Flames, Treasure Cruise, and lands. I'm going to bottom this land. We have more than enough mana, specifically black sources. So we're very solid there. Hopefully, okay, so Bile Blight's a good draw. Lets us save the hero's downfall. I'm going to fetch. I think we already have 1 blue source, so we're probably not going to need a second this game. So we'll get an island. We're going to go ahead and Bile Blight the Mantis Rider, and then we're going to attack for 2 with Myth Realized. Becomes a 2/2. Enchantment creature. Alright. And plays to our opponent. Next turn we can Treasure Cruise. Okay, they're Magma Jetting us an upkeep, so they have Swiftwater Cliffs, Stoke the Flames, Treasure Cruise left. Even if they draw a fetch land, they cannot cast Treasure Cruise. So they're probably playing Swiftwater Cliffs and then passing the turn. Yes. Oh, wow. So if we play Exemplars now, it just gets hit with Stoke the Flames next turn. I want a Treasure Cruise. If we draw an untapped white source, we can activate Myth Realized. Or if we draw Thoughtseize, we can do something like that. Okay, we drew neither. So let's Temple here. See what we have on top. It's a land. I don't need another land. We already have 6, so we'll bottom it. And we're in really good shape. Opponent probably just casts Treasure Cruise here. Or Seeker of the Way? Okay. That's fine with me. I will fetch a black source. And so we can downfall... I want to downfall the Seeker right now, actually. Before I play Burmaz. Because if my opponent decides to stoke in response, I definitely want to... I would rather have the stoke directed at me than at the Burmaz. Because Burmaz is going to help me take over this game. So we just see if this resolves. Okay, opponent does not spend the stoke this turn. Which is... I'm fine with playing Burmaz here. They're going to stoke it anyways, but they probably won't spend the mana to stoke something like a Seeker of the Way. Alright, casting Stoke the Flames on my Burmaz. It also means that unless they have an untapped land here, they cannot Treasure Cruise. Yes. Oh, wow. And we get to play Ojutai Exemplars with Anticipate up. Which is pretty fantastic because it's invulnerable to removal now. Opponent has Treasure Cruise and 1 unknown. We're not attacking with Myth Realized right now. We're pretty firmly in control of this game. So Exemplars is tap target creature, gains first strike and lifelink until end of turn, or exile it, then return it to the battlefield tapped. Not casting a spell. I don't need to. We're just going to animate Myth Realized and get in for 8. Jeskai Charm putting Exemplars on top, so opponent just has the Treasure Cruise. We're going to exile Exemplars and return it to the battlefield. 2. And make Myth Realized bigger. Alright, we're going to exile Exemplars. So Jeskai Charm will fizzle. We're going to get a counter. We're going to look at the top 3. Grab, what do we have available? We have 4 mana available, so we can cast Seeker and hold up Bile Blight. And Jeskai Charm is countered. And we're going to smash for 5. All the opponent has left is a Treasure Cruise, and we're really outpacing that. And pass the turn. We're not even that vulnerable to a Wrath because of Myth Realized. But opponent's cruising for 1 mana. And we'll see what they draw. Okay, so they've tapped land, 3 unknowns. Strike the Seeker is fine. Mantis Rider is fine. I will wait to Bile Blight on my turn so that we can gain some life with Ojutai Exemplars. It ends up netting us 1 more life. Alright, so blight you. First strike and lifelink until end of turn. Mythrealized gets a counter. And then we'll make Mythrealized guy. Okay, opponent concedes. And they concede the match. That's odd. Okay, well, thanks for watching round 1, and I'll be back shortly with a few more. So stay tuned.